Hi everyone. Welcome back to Nursing and Therapy. I want to welcome my friend Amaka for this time. I know you did a lot to actually be here with me. Thank you very much. My name is Adobe Okoye and I'm a nurse. And this time I said I need to come back with something that I know everyone is talking about. Like it's something that it's within us, it's amongst us at this time, and it's aging. To start, just let her introduce herself. Yeah, okay. Amaka, over to you, please.
Hello, my name is Samaka Linda Amadi. I'm a registered nurse. I live and work in UK. I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mom. I'm passionate about lifestyle, healthy living, and stuff. I'm just happy to be here today.
I'm happy to be seeing my face, right?
I'm not happy to see your face. I'm actually doing this. Yes.
Okay, whatever. Okay, so welcome again. I know I've said this like the uptime time. Welcome again to Nursing and Therapy, and
Thank
it's good to
you.
have you guys. It's good to have you here, Amaka. So just to move straight to the point. Today we're going to be talking about aging. There is this anxiety. I know you can relate to what I'm saying because we've spoken about it severally before coming here to discuss this. So there is anxiety that comes with aging. For people in their, aging, when you get to from let's say 30 years and above going up, there's this thing that comes with, changes in your body, the physical symptoms, that a lot of things that happen,
Right.
the signs, the wrinkles, and there's this anxiety that you know that you are getting there. Not just about being an adult and the responsibilities that comes with adulthood, but that you know that your body is changing. Sometimes I think about it myself, and I know that I'm not the only one in that position. A lot of people do. And the reason I brought you to this um, channel or this studio is simply because I know that you're very enthusiastic about skincare. You like those kind of things. I remember you saying you want to have a spa where you can take care
Yeah.
of people and allow them live a very comfortable and warm life, not to I don't know, but you know what I'm talking about. So I have some questions.
Minister of Good Life.
Something like, Okay, so I
Right.
already have some questions that I need to ask you. They're not much, just three questions for us to just go straight to the point. So before we start with the questions, I don't know if there's any other thing you'd like to say or add to what I've already said as regards or with regards to what we're discussing about today.
Basically, aging is an important topic that we need to talk about, because a lot of people get anxious. I
Mm-hmm.
myself, I get anxious that, oh, I'm no longer in my 20s. I
Mm-hmm.
remember back then in school, you were always quick to tell people how old you are. But now, when
No.
people when people ask
Yeah.
how old you are, you'll be like, okay, guess. You ask them to guess first so that you know
Mm-hmm.
whether they are rating you old or they're rating you
True.
young, you
True.
know. So,
True.
but back then, you're quick to tell people, oh, I'm 25, oh, I'm 23, and then graduating young from school and then it was just plus, plus, plus for us. But now, a lot is going on, a lot, like a whole lot: work, family, marriage, childcare, career, business, just a whole lot that you look at yourself and you'll be like, okay, so this is where I am at this point in my life. I'm no longer in my 20s. Your body is telling you a lot of things. Like, there are things that you could do effortlessly when you were in your 20s. You see yourself struggling to do
Yeah.
now. Like when
Yeah.
you're climbing a staircase, for example, you know that your body will tell you you're climbing, but before you're just, so like a lot of things have gone on in our body. It's like a whole lot. So I know people are anxious. Some people feel like they don't want to get old. So I know a friend of mine, like, she doesn't want to hear about getting old, but it's the reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the reality. You can never be young forever, even though they say forever young. You're not young. Even if you're physically young, inside you're not young.
Yeah. True.
So it's just all about you understanding these things. Some people, you might look at them, they look physically younger than their age, but deep inside, you know that your body is telling you something. While some people as well, they might look physically like what we call that somebody is physically aging, but inside they are healthy, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it all depends. But I feel like anxiety that comes with aging, especially when someone leaves that 20s from 30s and above, like the anxiety is there. But I feel like when people get past 30, 40, it dawns on them that, oh,
So,
I've got,
in summary, it's what we want to talk about now is that anxiety that comes with it. We can relate. A lot of people deal with it, so we can relate. You can relate. I can relate as well. So, a lot of people, um, deal with it, but we're just here to explain that it's normal and we should embrace it and accept it,
that's
and
basic.
then work towards what we can do or
Like being
control. Yeah,
healthy. You can actually age and not feel aged, you know.
yeah.
I think basically the topic should be aging without feeling old.
Oh,
If you get
nice.
what
Mm-hmm.
I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what people need to know, that like take the anxieties away, know that this is part of life, embrace it, live healthy, make yourself happy. Like you just have to grow happy, you know. So that's it.
You know what you just said now, aging without feeling old. I've actually written it down and I'm going to change this. It actually makes sense to me when you said aging without feeling old. So I think I'm going to change the topic of this conversation, aging without feeling old. Sorry, old. Okay, I
Yeah.
just to add, it was I saw one post on was it Instagram, and it was about a guy who was basically talking about aging, and it was
Mhm.
about it was about aging, and in that video he made a post whereby people in their early 20s, when they just return from work or from wherever they went to, or they've been to, they just jump in bed, no stress, and then they sleep off.
Yeah.
While from 30s, from that his post, I don't remember the I
I think I
handle.
know.
Yeah, from that is post from people from 30s, when they return, they take supplements, they drink something, and after that, they wear like an eye shield to be able to sleep, and while trying to sleep, you see them still turning, rolling in bed. While, in the 20s aspect, they just lie down and then they're off. So a lot of things happen. And it's not just about what you apply or it's also the other important thing is what you eat to also
Right.
help you with things like that, because I also feel that the older you get, um the better for you when you change your diet. There are different ways you can actually make it more edible, like
Mm.
better for you to eat, like some shots, let me use that word. But then you're not eating it because it's sweet, you're eating it because it's good for you and you need at
Yeah.
the time. Yeah. Okay, so so we can go straight to the question so we save time. Yeah. So the first question I have here, um, do you want to I know, just to let people know, this is subjective to Amaka. Like, this is what Amaka's own idea. And I
Right.
brought her
Yeah.
out because I know that she's really interested in things like this, and she has tried out some things. And she's going to tell us what she thinks has worked for her and what she knows about aging. So that does not mean that it's the standard. She can be using
Yeah.
this and then you can just try it out, but it may not work because what works for one might not work for another. All right. So the first question is, do you want to just tell us briefly what you know are the signs of aging? Like, what the features that you see that feel like this was not there before, but it's coming now.
Okay. Thank you for the question. I'm going to cite an example.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time I I was sick. Not sick, but I had issues. So I was having back pain. I went to the hospital. There was a statement the doctor made to me, and then it dawned on me, like, oh my God. So, you know what he said? He said, he said, so when he explained everything, so I asked him, so doctor, what could be the cause? He said, welcome to the other side of your life. Like,
Okay.
what do you mean? He said, you are no longer in your 20s. So
Mm.
welcome to like the proper adulthood part of life. So that was when
Yeah.
it dawned on me, like, wow, so a lot, especially when you've left that 28, 29, 30. I'm not old, you guys, I'm just 31. So, so,
Disclaimer.
but that, for people like us who started working so hard very early, we've managed to like build a career, do a lot of things over the past few years, So when he said that, made that statement, and then I realized, oh, so this is actually true, putting a lot of factors together. So it's actually true that this is another phase of life. And then, if I get your question right, that you asked, what are the signs of aging? So,
Yeah.
signs of aging, number one, your body would tell you, like, you are growing older and older. Things like knee pain would come. Things like skin would start getting shrink. Your skin is no longer going to be like 20s, so you need
Yeah.
extra support to make your skin pop again. So things like body aches, for those of us who have gone through the process of childbirth. I was listening to, Kiki, the celebrity. I was watching her post yesterday. So she said something about, she was making a funny post. So she said something about her waistline. Her waistline is now over 30. And this was
Oh.
after she had her baby.
Really?
So she
Yeah.
was crying and praying to God that, please, God, if you would do this one thing for me, let my waistline go below 30 again. So these are the changes that you would notice. For us who have gone through childbirth, your waistline, my God, if you don't keep watch of your weight, your body, and like everything, it just be like you just blew, you know. So those are the things. Stress, again, work would make you age faster. So for your skin, you might notice, like, no matter how, because I keep saying to people, it's not about being fat, it's not about being slim. You could look at a slimmer person who is older than you would know that this person, mere looking at their hands, you could see the signs of aging on the hands.
Mm.
The skin is
Mm.
going, like, the skin will lose its elasticity, start losing
Yeah.
its elasticity. So that's one of them. I've mentioned the knee pain, I've mentioned the body ache, your face as well. The wrinkles are going to start popping in, the eye bags are going to
Yeah.
start coming, the facial droop is going to start coming. A lot is just going to, like, you would know. So those are the things you would watch out for, that these things are going to come. So the earlier you start to prevent them, the better for you, so that you can actually grow old without looking old.
So, but would you say because you can't run away from this. You can't
Mhm.
necessarily completely run away from it. So
Yeah.
it's about adjusting and trying to live, accepting it, and then trying to live with it and seeing what you can do, to just make yourself look good or better or not look your age instead of like because you can't completely prevent this.
Of course.
It
Yeah.
must come. Unfortunately, it must come. Okay, so would
Yes.
you also say that you would lose your, should I say, strength?
Self-esteem.
Yeah, normally you may be able to do a lot of things. You have so much energy to go around, run around, do several things, and multitask. Well, multitasking is different, but would you say that you would leave your lose your strength, that energy you normally have when you were in your 20s? Would you say it
To
would
be
kind of deplete?
honest, yes, for some people. And then, this thing about aging, it's different for different people.
Mm,
You
true.
know, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's actually different. Someone like me, there are people that are highly energetic. I'm not the energetic one. So there are people that are very
What?
energetic.
Sorry, can you say it again, please? You said
I
what did
see.
you
Someone like me, I'm not
okay?
energetic. So, but
Say
there
it
are people.
again. Can you say it again? Okay, let's just talk about it now. Okay, you're not energetic. I agree. Let's go on.
I don't even go there. Don't go there.
Okay. Oh, fine. I agree.
I know what you are trying to drive at, but don't go there.
Okay.
So it's actually different for different people. Someone like her dad that life soft life, so she doesn't even want anything to stress her. So when you give her like the task you used to do in her 20s, you expected her to be doing it the same at this, like, hey, come on. So, but then I feel like the basic thing is, because different people, like I said, is different, but the main thing is we all need to achieve the same goal, achieving the same goal, but might adopt different strategies based on what works for
Yeah.
each and every
True.
one of us. Someone, another person, I myself, I like getting things done and get it out of the way. Someone else might like doing it bit by bit, So you just have to find out what works for you well. But then in terms of losing strength, you definitely see that like I'm no longer as energetic as I
Mm.
used to be. So all you need to do is just plan and know what works best for you. Know how to delegate things. Like you don't have to do everything,
Okay.
At this stage, you have to, like, if it's something that needs I feel like a lot of us, this is just one part that we are yet to understand, especially for us who go from these 20s to 30s. This is the phase where a lot of us go into marriage, have kids. This phase is usually very, very stressful. So know how to use people, know how to delegate, know when, because sometimes I see our people struggling. There are things that people can actually do for you. Why do you have to do it? Why do you have to do? There are places you can actually take a taxi and go. Why do you have to walk? If you want to walk for exercise, it's different, you know. So there are things that you can actually ask people to help you out to do. So know where to delegate, know when to take a rest. Rest is important, because if you don't rest, you just get exhausted. So those are the things that you can actually do to curb this whole energy usage,
Mm.
and just help yourself maximize your strength. That's just it, basically.
Okay. I think you've said it all. And before we move to the next question, so she's already mentioned the features of aging, which she already said wrinkles, you lose your energy, and sometimes the zeal to do
Yeah.
things, and
Yes.
body aches or body pain. And we forgot to mention as well, sometimes, let me not say few times, but sometimes people come down with some illnesses. That's when you get some kind of diagnosis and you be shocked.
Yeah.
Well, can I
Yeah.
eventually in life maybe have know that I have got some kind of illness or
Yeah.
disease that I have to start taking
But
medication for?
that part again is also so very, very scary, Ada. It's
Yeah.
very scary, but it's the reality. And considering the kind of world we are into now, those days of our parents, I would say they eat healthy more than us. But now everybody is on the go. We eat a lot of rubbish, a lot of hereditary factors adding to stress. You see people coming down with a lot of diseases. Common ones are high blood pressure. People in their 20s are having high blood pressure
Yeah,
now.
true.
Diabetes. I saw someone of 23 years old with diabetes. Stuff like I'm trying to remember this cholesterol issues.
Oh, true.
Stuff hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism. People at young age are having to struggle with all of these things. Women of childbearing age, again, fibroid will set in, ovarian cyst, a lot, just a lot. And then you keep wondering, why me? It's not just you. It's not just
True.
you. It's
Very
not just
important.
just
Yeah.
that you don't know what people are dealing with. So you just have to accept. So some people, I know of a classmate that referred someone to me. This lady has been struggling with high blood pressure in her 20s, and she's finding it difficult to accept that she's
Mm,
hypertensive. So she keeps
mm,
saying that someone asked her to drink this, drink this. So when I spoke to her, I told her, you need to come out of that denial phase. You need
yeah.
to understand that hypertension is a chronic disease. If you don't take your medication, it will never get better. It might even end up causing more damage to your organs. So
True.
it took time. Like I talked to her, she get to understand that this is something I have to live with. People need to
Mm-hmm.
understand these things. There are some diseases that when they come, you need to accept that this thing have come. I need to live
Yeah.
and manage it. As long as
Yeah.
it can be managed,
Yeah.
So that is
Yeah.
just what people are struggling to understand, that, oh, how can I have this at my young age, this and that. Those days of our parents have gone. Since now, you can be like, now you see people in their 60s, they just die, 50s. People live longer back in the days, but now it's no longer like that because of a lot of factors that are in place now. So
Yeah.
that sickness part you mentioned is very, very important as well.
Yeah, so from what you've said now, I think I've tried to summarize previously, but I'm going to try and summarize again. So from what you've said now, the when you talk about aging, there's so many, it's like an umbrella to a lot of things. So there are
Yeah,
so many things in that aging. It's not just about the physical appearance. Then
definitely.
so it has to do with the physical appearance and then the health aspect of it, like your diagnosis that you may get that you'll
Yeah,
be shocked to, hear. So, but the most important aspect is now accepting it,
yeah,
accepting that. So this is it. I have come to this stage because life is about stages. I've come to this
yeah,
stage, and instead of me to, be gloomy or feel it's okay to feel bad, but then having to accept it, and you don't have to be in denial a lot of time, so
yeah.
you'll be able to manage yourself and then be able to deal with these symptoms. If I'm right, I don't know if
You're
I've been
correct.
able to summarize what you've said. Okay. Okay, so now we'll move to the
Topic of the
second
day.
part.
Topic.
No, we've actually been talking about this aging, but I think
Yes.
now is the topic of the day, which I think that's what people want to hear. What I think people are mostly they're interested in what you apply,
Yeah.
what you maybe use so that you look younger. So, but we're not here to talk about anything, that's going to be detrimental to health. So I
Yeah.
remember I said in the video that we're talking about what has worked for you. Then if I have something to say as well, I can come in to say what has worked for me. I don't even
Yeah.
know. Well, I don't know if I actually look my age or I look younger. I don't know. So,
That was the truth. So younger than your age.
hmm, well, well, let's just talk about it anyway. So, is there something you can tell us what you've used and what has worked for you? What you've used to
Well,
actually help your appearance?
guys, you
What
can
have you
see my
used?
skin popping. I don't need to look at the evidence.
Okay, all right now.
So anyway, about skincare, I'm passionate about skincare, but not in the line of, I don't know if I should use cosmetics, not in the
Hmm.
line of having to apply, I don't know, like for the
I get
lack
what
of,
you mean, and I'm sure people will understand. Yeah.
yeah. So I am someone who likes, I believe that your skin, if your skin is good, it starts from what's it's inside, you know.
Yeah.
So your inside is what radiates to the outside. So if you want a healthy skin, first and foremost, which can never be overemphasized, is the importance of drinking water.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
Water can never be overemphasized. Water does not have overdose. You can drink as much as you want, except you have a medical reason where there is fluid restriction. But aside that, importance of water cannot be overemphasized. Water makes your skin gain its elasticity. You can imagine when something is shrunk and you sprinkle water on it, it's as if life comes back to it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mm-hmm.
is what drinking does to your skin. I know, especially for us who are over here abroad, people have gotten used to the fact that, here I don't see them drink water very much. So it's either they drink juice, they drink pop, or they get juice, dilute it with water, stuff like that. I mean, you just have to drink water. Juice is not water. Coke is not water. I don't know. They are not water. Water is water. You just have to drink water. And there is adult recommendation for water per day. I think about 2 liters or thereabout.
Yeah,
So
thereabout. Yeah.
you just have to drink. So that is number one. Because water, it's, I don't know, like I say, cannot be emphasized. I don't want to go into so much details.
Yeah.
Then secondly, you have to eat healthy. Sometimes I look at myself, I keep saying to myself, it's like I'm even going to start maybe lifestyle, whatever, on social media, because I see a lot of people who I know that inside my house, I do a lot for myself than what they even put out, So you have to eat healthy, look at what you eat, do vegetables. These things, I know it's what we already know, but people need to keep hearing them, you know. You can't tell me you don't know that this is good, but sometimes laziness to do these things is what is actually prevent. You just have to make out time. The same time you make out to watch your Netflix, you could use it to just do something for yourself. The same time you use to like just you have to plan and make out time for these things, to be honest. So you have to eat healthy, do a lot of fruits. Right now I've started curbing down on a lot of artificial drinks. I do my drinks myself these days. I do my juice, try and get juicer. You need to have juicer in your house so that you can make fresh juices and drink. It's more important. And sometimes again, someone like me, I struggle to eat fruits. Like, you can't see me eat apple, you can't see me eat
Okay.
carrot.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't eat these things. So if you're like me, that you don't eat these things, I feel better to drink it as a juice, you
Okay.
know. So that is why I had to get a juicer. So if you're struggling, because some people don't eat fruit, Ada, believe me, they don't like it, but they drink fruit juice. So if you can
Yeah.
drink fruit juice, it's better to make that fruit as a juice and drink instead of
Yourself.
buying artificial fruit juice. So, and then for your skin, there are fruits that are like highly recommended, that are good
Okay.
for the skin. If you're particular about skin, carrots, it's
Okay.
highly important for your skin. Fruits like cucumber is highly, highly important for your skin. Fruits like beetroot, very important. If you're the type that don't have gastric issues, lemon is actually very
Hmm.
important for your
So
skin. Lemon,
sorry,
like,
emphasis. Sorry to cut you short. Emphasis on that. If you are the type that don't have gastric issues, like
yeah,
ulcers, right?
ulcers,
Okay.
yes. So you can do lemon, it is very, very, even if you don't have to like take lemon and leak, you can make a salad. What I do, I make salad and sprinkle lemon on it.
Okay.
It's actually nice. If I'm making a barbecue fish, I sprinkle lemon. It's the same thing as someone who is eating it. Like I said, I'm not a fruit person, like having to eat fruit. So these are the things that you need to like do. And then again, sometimes we find it's not we find it's a research, it's there. Most of the things we eat, we don't get enough nutrients from them. So at this age of our life, we need to introduce supplements to our daily lifestyle routine. So we have to, like, for example, now I'll give you this example. It's just like for us who are over here, there is no sun is not generous in UK particularly. A lot of when I at the time in my life when I came over, I was struggling with joint pain, knee pain, and then I couldn't even speak up because then I was like, how can I be struggling with this at this very young age? I was so ashamed to speak up. So one day I overheard people talking about this thing. So I just pried into their conversation. I was like, what are you guys talking about? They were not mentioning vitamin D. So I said, vitamin D. Okay. They say, how can you be in the UK and you are not taking vitamin D? I'm like, wow, really? So they said it's not possible because you're going to end up with arthritis early. Your knees are going to just pack up, because the sun is not there. So that
Yeah.
was when I was like, wow, okay. So, and then I introduced vitamin D to my supplements because I have my supplement that I take, but you find out that, all these general supplement, they have everything in very, very little quantities.
Yeah. Yeah.
For something like as important as this vitamin D now, I have to get an extra tablet of vitamin D to add to my supplement
Okay.
routine.
So the supplement that you take, it has a very little amount of vitamin D attached to
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
take extra. You buy
Yes,
like okay.
yes, there is vitamin D's in the store. So if you're confused on what to take, that because I know there are a lot of doses out there, speak to your GP, speak to your doctor to guide you on the actual dose that you need to take. There is no medical practitioner that is going to advise you against taking vitamin
Yeah.
D. So they would guide you on what to take. And then for the skin again, if you're looking out for supplements, look out for supplements that has collagen. Collagen is
Okay.
very, very good on the skin.
You
So
know,
for
I've heard severally about that collagen, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I've not really had good research, I've not
Yeah.
really researched, but I've heard people take collagen but
Mhm.
maybe since you're saying it now, maybe you take it and it works for you.
Mhm. It does.
Um,
I don't know, but I think it does because it's something I've taken over
over
time.
time.
Yes,
Okay.
like
Okay.
over years now. It's something I've been taking, and it's actually good, on me. So I believe they say collagen, it has a way of binding with cells in the skin, this and that, with melanin and stuff. So there is a scientific rationale to
Okay.
collagen and skincare. Collagen does not make you fair. You guys should not get us wrong here. We are not talking about being fair. We are
No.
talking about having a good and healthy skin, you
Yes.
know. So we're not
Yes.
talking about being fair. Naturally, I'm not dark and I'm not fair. If you can, like, if you get what I mean, I'm not a very fair person. I'm not a very dark person. So I'm not talking about being fair. I'm talking about having a healthy skin. So
Mm-hmm.
collagen is good for your skin. It helps to maintain skin to go. It helps your skin elasticity. So some people also advise that you take marine collagen. I don't know the scientific backup to that. I don't think there's any research, but people take it. It's what I take, and I feel like it's good for me. So that aside, again, vitamin C. mm,
Mm.
it's highly, highly important if you're looking out for having a good skin. Taking vitamin C as maybe a supplement, a tablet, or take, like, when I mentioned lemon is high in vitamin C. That is why it is good for your skin.
Okay.
Um, Vitamin C, you can personally, so I'll just tell you guys my supplement routine. I have one
Okay.
supplement that I take, which has all the um A to Z elements. It's called
Okay.
A to Z. A to Z means it has all the elements that your body needs,
Yeah.
but they are
Yeah.
all in small, small, small quantities.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to add vitamin C and vitamin D, extra
Okay.
tablets, to that supplement. I added vitamin D because I knew I needed it for my bones. I added vitamin C because I needed it for my skin. So
Mm-hmm.
these three tablets are what I take every day for my skin.
Okay.
So I was also going to mention, sorry, I was also going to mention about vitamin C products.
Okay.
So when you're buying skincare products like the ones you buy from the store, look out for products that has vitamin C. My face wipe has vitamin C. My face serum has vitamin C. My body serum has vitamin C. I use everything I use. My body wash soap, the soap I use to wash has vitamin C. So these are the things that, like, personally, it has worked for me over the years.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any other thing. I've mentioned diet, I've mentioned fruit, I've mentioned supplements. Then
So
again, I've mentioned water. Then
mhm.
basically try to get some rest when you can.
So what would you want to share with us the products that you've used over time that you
Hmm.
know that works for you? I know you're not well, just
Now you want me to advertise products,
no. You're not advertising anything, but just
right?
tell us, don't forget that this is what has worked for you. So you're not advertising anything. And we're talking about this whole skincare thing. What you
Mm-hmm.
use that you think that you've seen it's evident that it's been
Mm-hmm.
making your body, feel the way feel and look the way you want it or you like it.
Okay, so for the supplement that I take, the broad one, like the big one, it's called Free Soul. So I actually got it not because I just got it because someone recommended it, and then when I heard the name, I kind of Free Soul. I like the sound of Free Soul, so I got Free Soul. I get them from Amazon. It has marine collagen. It's actually very nice. So it's taking 2 tablets every day. Then for my vitamin D supplement, I use there's this general brand that people use in UK. There's this one popular brand. They are also the ones that make all this pregnant care that people use. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember
okay.
right now. It's a very popular brand. So that's what I use for my vitamin D. I use 2,000 units dose of it.
Okay.
Um, and then vitamin C. I mean, everybody know vitamin C. Then for products, my face wipes, I use beauty formula. The
Mm-hmm.
same beauty formula. I use the scrub, I use the face wash, I use their serum.
And
Um,
so it has vitamin C and
yes, all of them has vitamin C. And guys, these products are not expensive at all. So depending on where you are, you could get them on. I get mine from Body Care. I think Body Care.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're not actually expensive. And I think another problem people have is consistency with products.
Mm.
Consistency is the problem. They use something for 1 month and they're like it's not working. They want to try something else.
It's not working. Yeah.
This product have it's up to 3 years now. It will be 3 years I came here to the UK. So it's almost 3 years I've been using them and I've stuck to them. It's what I've been using over time. So consistency is very important. So I've mentioned the beauty formula. Then for my they have a
Sorry to cut
soap.
you short. Sorry to cut you
Mhm.
short. There's something I think you're forgetting.
What's that?
You like to use all those salts when you
Aha!
get to
You know,
yourself.
it came to my mind. It came to my mind, but I was like looking at time again. So, guys, you see this soft life thing, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It's very me like when I'm
You
stressed.
changed it. You see this stuff like thing there. Okay. Okay.
There, when I don't know if you have a bath in your house once in a while, because I know sometimes you might just be stressed, want to shower. But if you know, like maybe tomorrow you're not going to work, just take your time, soak your bath, use salt. There are a lot of bath salts. I use the one that has lavender. I use the one that has relaxing oil. I'm trying to remember. Anyway, there are a lot of them. Use them, soak yourself in the bath. It's very,
Mhm.
very important. If you can afford spa, go for spa. If you can afford facials, go for facials. These things are what helps you to like feel young.
Rejuvenate. Okay. Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel okay in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I know maybe sometimes our daily routines might not let us, but just try. These things are actually very, very important.
Okay. I said I won't forget that. So what do you because I know you always say, "Oh, I just soaked myself and I've been in this bathtub for a very long time and I feel relaxed."
Yeah,
Okay.
I even put candle in my bathroom when I want to
Mm-hmm.
sleep myself, just
Okay.
to make yourself feel good. You've worked so hard, just give yourself a little treat. You don't even have to go to spa if you cannot afford it. You can do these things at home. There are a lot of tutorials on YouTube. You can look at how to can do facials yourself at home. There was a
True,
time I
true.
used to do yes, there's time I used to do my brows. I do brow lifting all by myself in my house. Just that time with childcare while
Well,
I just
aside, if talking about relaxation, you can do this most of the time. We know we can do these things ourselves, but there's a difference. There's a difference when you have to just lie down and let someone
oh,
teach
I
you.
know, I know, I know.
Yes.
That is, to be honest, if you can afford to go for a spa,
Yeah.
go and get that treat outside. The difference is there, because there are some parts of your body that your hands cannot reach. Let someone give you that treat if you can. Get your your feet massaged. Feet massage is very, very, very important. Like there's this signal it sends to your brain. Like when you get your
Mm.
feet massaged,
You
oh
like
my
good life, bro.
God.
You like good life. Okay.
So
Okay.
that's it, Sha.
So what do you have to say? Do you use body scrubs? Do you think they are good?
Body scrubs are good, but it's not something you use
Every
regularly.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you do it, like, that's if you're doing a proper scrub. Because when you scrub, it opens up your skin. Your skin is
Oh,
prone
yeah.
to a lot of
Yeah.
things. So
Mm.
scrubbing, I would recommend if you want to scrub, maybe once or twice a month should
A
do. So
month or a week?
a month, if you ask me. Scrubbing is
Okay.
not what you should be doing all the
All the
time.
time.
Yeah. So maybe after every 2 weeks, you can just get a scrub. It's okay. It's fine.
Mm.
I also have my scrub that I use. It still has vitamin C. Everything I use has vitamin C in it. So, so
Okay.
that's actually it.
Oh, I wanted to, well, it's talking about hair. I don't know if you know much about hair because that's another care, but do you know
Um,
much? It's okay. It's okay if there's nothing
hair
you know
wise,
about hair.
I'm still trying to grow my hair back because I've been on low cut, but I've actually made a little research because anything about lifestyle. I like to research about these
Mm.
things. So I've made a little research on what I could do to grow my hair. Not really grow your hair per grow, but to have a healthy hair. Because sometimes most of us you see someone with a long hair and then there is no front hair. So I found out that rosemary oil is
Oh,
good.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've made research. A lot of people who used it, there is evidence. Rosemary oil is good. Coconut oil is also good for hair. Shea
Okay.
butter is good for hair. Olive oil is good for hair. Trying to remember a couple of other things I found. I wish I wrote. And if I knew you were going to ask me about it, I would have written them down.
Mm. Mm. But it's
Um,
okay. If you don't remember,
trying
it's fine.
more thing. If
Mm-hmm.
you're doing that your bath, try and
Mm-hmm.
put some mint. Put some
Look at
mint.
her body. Then, yeah, okay, continue. Can you see her body movement? Okay.
Put some mint oil. Like, oh my god.
Mm.
That, life is good.
You like good thing.
So that's
Okay.
it, yeah.
So what do you think about I don't know if you know much about it, but all these retinols, retinoids, and retinals, I heard they're different. Um, sunscreen is also very good.
It's good.
Yeah.
No,
Vitamin E. People have also talked about vitamin E. I think on social media ago.
Back in Nigeria, I've actually not used vitamin E here, but because this my skincare passion, it didn't start today. I
I
remember
know.
I used to use vitamin E in Nigeria. And then I think there is this tablet that used to, like, you can swallow it.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
there's this vitamin. It's quite expensive then back home. So, but I know very well that vitamin E is good if you could get the right dosage that is good for you, because too much of everything is bad. Just make sure if you're taking it, take the appropriate amount. Then for retinols, I really don't know much about them. But then I know if you're using cream, I know some people who use creams with hyaluronic
Hyaluronic acid.
acid.
Yeah.
They say it's
Yeah.
also good. But personally, I try to limit things I use to, like, to be as natural as possible.
And
You know,
everything you use, you kind of try to research before you
yes,
use them. Yeah.
before I use them. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Do you remember we're talking about what works for you or what has worked for you?
Mhm, mhm.
So, but that does not mean, like this skincare
As
thing.
you mentioned this vitamin E, I've actually not thought about vitamin E since I came here. I'm going to look out for it because I know I used
Mm.
to use vitamin E in Nigeria. I'm actually
Mm.
going to look out for it.
Okay, I think we've come to the end actually. So
Mhm,
we're trying to save time. But just to summarize again what you've said,
mhm.
skincare is not just about appearance. It's about what you eat
Yeah.
and then the supplements you take as well.
Yeah,
And
you
then what
cannot
you
be an
can.
adult at that without taking supplements. It's
Mm,
not advisable.
But then it does not replace the food you're supposed to be eating.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it becomes a little
And
punishment.
the
Yeah,
food does not replace the importance of supplements as well.
supplements as well. Okay, so you need both. They should work together. Okay,
Yeah.
and as regards or with regards to the physical appearance when it comes to aging, things you can do. You said relaxation through soaking yourself in bath, using
Mm.
some salt, going for spa, going for facials, and what else? So I think I'm just thinking, when you do most of these things, it kind of refreshes your mind, and then you feel young,
So good.
inner self, young,
You're right.
and then some things if you feel young within, it could actually make
Oh,
you
make
look
you,
like you're young outside.
yeah, you're right.
So generally, why we decided to make this video is because people are struggling. They're struggling with anxieties when it comes to aging. Whenever and life has made it look like once you are 30, you are old, but it's not
Yeah.
true.
And these Gen
It's not
Zs are
true.
not making it easy for us.
I don't want to go there. I really don't want to go there. So, but thing is 30 is not old. It's just that you're going higher, your number is increasing. Just your number is going higher, yes. And you should be grateful for that. You have chance to still live that dream, to still do
Mhm.
what you want to do, to still look good. So the thing is, there are things you just have to accept
Yeah.
that it's just part of life. So you don't have to. The anxiety comes naturally, maybe to some people, but you don't have to feel bad. You just have to accept it and then look for ways. Don't force it. Look for ways to improve based on what you can do and what you know, maybe your financial capacity or capability,
Massively.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on what you can do. But most importantly,
And these things are
eat
not
good,
expensive.
eat well.
It's even more expensive to use all these artificial products
Products,
that
yeah.
it's more expensive than these natural ones. Trust me.
Mm, mm. Okay, so I don't think there's something else you'd like to add because you've said it all and I've summarized it in my own understanding. Is there something else you'd like to add before we end the video?
Covered almost everything. All I can say is just try as much as possible to look after yourself, make yourself a priority.
Yeah.
You can actually get old, grow old without feeling old,
Oh,
incorporate a lot of things. Like you need to understand that at this stage in my life, I need support. Support could be in
yeah.
form of changing my diet. Support could be in form of introducing supplements. It could be in form of like lifestyle that need to change,
Mhm.
just a lot. Do exercise if you can. I'm so
Yeah.
lazy with exercise, to be honest. But
And try and rest well. Yes.
get rest. Get rest. Rest is
And
really
another important thing is when you feel like down or you need to speak to someone, speak to somebody, you could get
exactly.
help. You could get a referral to someone that would actually give you ideas on what to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've come to the end of this video. Amaka, I want to thank you so much for for showing us this thing, and then I could see the excitement you're feeling. I could feel it from here. So
I'm
she's
so happy.
very good. She likes this kind of thing. You need to own a spa. Really, I think you should think about it. You should think about it because you're very enthusiastic about things like this. Thank you very much. And guys,
Uh,
this is the end of this video. And I really appreciate Amaka for being here to explain these things. Don't forget, please like, share, listen. There's so many episodes of there. Just listen. If there's something you want to ask your questions. My email address is zenithhealth@gmail.com. Social media Madobi Okoye. So ask anything you want to ask. Do whatever. If there's a topic you want us to discuss, just send a message or you can even leave a comment and then we'll talk about it. But don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Thank you very much I can see my followers and subscribers. Thank you very much for following and subscribing. And Amaka also want to thank you very much. But don't forget, we're going to upload one very soon. I don't know if I'll try and drag her in again.
hey,
Thank
trouble.
you. Thank
All
you
right.
very much.
You
Thank you
always
very
will.
much. Thank you very much. All right. See you guys
Bye.
later. Thank you. Take care. Bye.